Hello, mate. Oh, I'm just having a pain getting the game up. So I'm just getting the game up on my end. How are you guys today? Doing well? 3 o'clock for a game's a bit early, isn't it? I think. Well, I'm looking forward to it. However, I'm struggling to get a stream up. And I don't know why. I do not know why. Well, this is annoying. I cannot get the stream up. Well, at the moment I've got no stream to watch the game, so I'll just be chatting. Fox 502. Where is Fox? That's what we want. Where's Fox? Fox. Yeah, I've got a streaming service, and for some reason it is not not doing it. I'm sure I'll get it in a second. There we go, right. Got it. Let's try again. Let's use the tablet.
But with the freedom that fullback gives a player.
There we go, guys. There we go.
More breaks.
We've got the game.
It might be a better position for him in the long run. The more he proves to his coach, Richard Agar, he's an asset. The longer he'll stay in the side.
Leeds on the third full-back, of course, because Jack Walker's out injured. Now Myler's got a hamstring problem, so Jack Broadbent takes the role. Leeds up to the halfway line. And that's the last. Gale hoists the kick.
How's the sound for you guys? Do you need me to turn it down?
He hits the deck again, Bill. Every time he's got a kick away, Luke Gale is under heavy pressure from the back rowers. Paul McShane has given him a bit of attention as well. Of course, a lot of these players know him inside out. Luke Gale spent plenty of years, plenty of games, plenty of hours out on the training field with a lot of these players.
The ball's dropped. Matautia couldn't take the pass. First error of the game. And that's going to concede possession.
They look really strong.
A handy position for Leeds.
Excellent.
Really strong. Last week, Matautia.
Do we need a time?
Back, tries to get back behind the ruck area, going at where Mikel.
Do we need a time
stamp?
stamp?
They change direction.
So we can get in sync.
Little drop-off players, Castleford. They really
That's
do
the
try
question.
to test you laterally.
So Zane Tetivano takes the first hit for the Leeds Rhinos after that knock-on, and they are only about 25 metres away. Noletsky. Now Cruz Leeming running, gets the pass away to Tetivano, who's still going. Edging towards those Castleford Tigers posts, and Leeds looking for the first points of this game. Leeming, short pass from him, and it's Reece Martin, I think, who is held up under there. He is. Referee Liam Moore right on the spot.
Always looks dangerous to me that Castleford do it all the time. They get the player, they'll hold him, they'll catch him, they'll drag him over the try line, prevent him from getting down the ball down though.
The Leeds get another chance, so Gale goes wide this time. Good thumping tackle from Peter Matautia on Jack Broadbent. Stopped Leeds' progress that time. On the last, Gale kicks wide, and it's well claimed by Jordan Turner.
Looking for the youngster Corey Hall, and he just couldn't quite get above Turner to get that ball.
Jordan Turner, second game on the wing.
James, what you could do, buddy, is
much made of that last week, of course.
just pause yours for a couple of seconds.
Having been unfamiliar for a while with that position.
I am 5 minutes and 50.
He's handy wherever he plays, isn't he?
5 minutes and 54, 55, 56.
All versatile players, all have an ability to play wherever they're needed from the coach. Smart play from McShane, he knows what he's doing, he knows there's a late player getting back to marker in Alex Mellor, and he does leads for footwork as well and buys his team 25-30 metres downfield.
Sometimes that versatility can count against a player, can't it? Because you don't stake a place for a claim for a regular place, and the coach views you as somebody who can be moved around.
Yes.
Liam Sutcliffe may be a case in point for the Leeds Rhinos.
Or Terry O'Connor, he was 8 or 10.
Liam Watts in possession, starting this one for the Castleford Tigers, who are hoping to benefit.
I said with the kits, it just amazes me
to the Leeds 20-metre
how much
line.
advertising is on their kits. That always amazes me.
The ball. Here's Nathan Massey now. Massey, dependable.
Hello, Michael. Nice to have you with us, Michael.
Last year, little run around, but Shane then gets the ball right. It ricochets into the hands of Turner, but
knock on, forward.
Referee calls it back.
See them little turn-up players a number of times from Castleford looking to get the numbers. You can see it just comes off the shoulder of Michael Shenten into the hands of Jordan Turner. That's the side, they've favoured that side for about the last 4 or 5 years. Get an awful lot of joy. And the youngster Corey Hall, well, he'll be up against Michael Shenten, a player that he would have watched for years and years, just 18 years of age. Like I said before, that's the challenge.
I suppose they got to make their money somehow, don't they?
Alexski, after Leeds opted to play the ball in the middle of the field, that's their choice. Here is Matt Pryor now. And you say Corey Hall's up against...
Bring him down, bring him down.
400th career appearance, having made his Castleford Tigers debut back in 2004 against Wigan. But he and his Castleford side defending at the moment. Leeds in possession, just inside Tigers territory, and Leeming. Little dart from the former Huddersfield Giants hooker. Takes Leeds a bit deeper into Castleford territory.
Yeah, that's what I was assuming, that
again, hoists the kick.
Use as much free space as possible.
Oh. Good tackle. Good tackle. Is it Tetivano? There's a bit of work there.
That looked crunching.
From Castleford Tigers. Durrell Alford can't keep hold of the ball.
Oh man!
Himself, the big fella, head down, shoulder in. He sees where
that looked nasty.
Roughly be. Oh. And he has that bit of whack in him that Leeds Rhinos have been looking for.
Test, what's his name? Test something.
Hand in there. Doesn't matter. Referee saw nothing amiss in that, and Leeds Rhinos have possession. They are banging on the door here, and Matt Pryor charges from him. And
I tell you what, guys, we're seeing some brutal challenges already, and we're 9 minutes in. Did I count? So, no, I haven't, Michael.
Another man celebrating a landmark. Number 300.
I don't know how to do. I don't know how to put a timestamp in.
Well, that is a turnaround for the Castleford Tigers, because they were under pressure after Darrell Alfords had spilled the ball, and now Niall Evalds gets a short pass away to Danny Richardson, but Richardson stopped in his tracks with a good tackle, so McShane kicks towards the corner. Not a bad kick that. Briscoe will sweep it up on his own try line and then try and return it. He's lost possession. It went backwards, says the referee, in just for a moment. Truman almost...
yeah, I don't know how to put a timestamp.
Well, they've got some work to do here, haven't they, Leeds Rhinos? So the ball just
Unless I add a screen capture of my monitor, and move it right to the top.
Was it held down by Oliver Holmes?
I'm on 10 minutes 23, 24, 25. So I'm about 30 seconds, 40 seconds behind you.
Years of age, this Sheffield-born centre, and he's wrestling for the ball, and Millington trying to get it from his grasp, can't do that, and Gale on the last kick straight downfield into the arms of Niall Evalds.
Well, I'd be disappointed with that kick straight into the arms. He didn't really have to move then, Evalds. Corey Hall did a decent job keeping hold of that ball from Grant Millington. A big play for Castleford.
I'll tell you what, Michael, as I said, there are some crunching tackles already. It certainly seems quite feisty.
Shenton, he was or has been virtually a one-club man apart from playing for St Helens, and now here's Peter Matautia faced by Broadbent, and he turns and
he
goes
kept
in
the
the
ball.
opposite direction and then finds Truman, and Leeds managing to get back into position after that break from the Castleford Tigers centre. Massive charging run and met as fiercely.
Oh man,
Wow, he hit him hard then.
some hard challenges.
Looking for the first points of the game with Oliver Holmes, and Holmes again. Back-to-back tries.
11 minutes 40, we got to try.
At the start of the season for Oliver Holmes, and the Castleford Tigers capitalising on the quick thinking up the other end of the field when the ball was pinched in the tackle.
Some meaty challenges.
Who gets his second try of the season?
Well, he's a try-scoring machine, isn't he? The way they started off the year, you can just see, just does the youngster Corey Hall for footwork, gets on the outside, and there's a bit of a lunge for him with a decent run for him.
It's just a coincidence, all right? I was intrigued to watch. I was intrigued to watch Leeds, to be honest, because I think Leeds and Warrington are the two clubs that I would know a rugby league.
He was sent off against Leeds Rhinos at the end of last season, was Oliver Holmes, for kicking out against Richie Myler, but smile on his face so far on this occasion because he's got the first try of this game, and Danny Richardson has the kicking duties. Castleford Tigers didn't kick their goals last week. The only one landed was by Paul McShane, but that of course followed Gareth O'Brien leaving the game early on after his head knock. Peter Matautia had a couple of goals and missed, so Danny Richardson can kick goals. From the sideline,
Got it.
on target, and that's what he brings to the side. One of the things he brings to the side.
It was a valuable break, wasn't it, from Peter Matautia, second one of the game.
What do you mean, how do you unsubscribe? That's a bit harsh.
Looking for a support.
Don't know what have I done, man?
Truman, and then from that field position, lovely footwork from Oliver Holmes. 2 in 2 for the hard-working back row in the celebrations back at home in Castleford.
That'll bring a smile to Joshua on his 11th.
James, I was having a really good day today. Really good day. You just upset me.
We'll be hoping for more birthday presents in the shape of more points from the Castleford Tigers. And Oliver Holmes really is.
Thanks, Blue Jay.
This season.
Um,
One club man, like
as I've been doing,
Castleford Tigers side, Adam Milner, another one.
as rugby seems to be taking over the channel, I've been doing live streams for the. I did some of the Six Nations. This is the second rugby league game that I've live streamed. I'm just getting involved, getting stuck in and learning about it, which is really good fun. And thank you for the kind words. I really appreciate it. James, come on, man.
These two
We're all friends here.
Last year because of COVID problems and fixtures being rearranged and cancelled, and the one game that did take place was a real humdinger, 28-24. Leeds won it in the end. That's a good kick, just bobbling its way into touch.
Well, intelligent, isn't it, from Paul McShane? Just sticks it into the corner. I would hazard a guess his name has featured heavily.
The plans
this week. With and without the
plans for live streams at the moment. I've got today's, obviously we're here. Tomorrow starts the Six Nations women's matches. So I'm planning on doing the England-Scotland game tomorrow. That's at 3 o'clock. And for sure I want to do the live stream for the FA Cup final and the Champions League final. That should be good. And actually, if you guys aren't necessarily football fans, I might be able to teach you something possibly. So that might be a little bit different than rugby, where you guys are teaching me.
You want to make them tackle. You want to make them work really.
Ouch, your mama.
From Metaltia. Thought he was good last week. Started off good this week.
Transcap.
Pressure. Everyone talks about. You can see Broadbent looking for the player.
The Ty King
on the inside as well. What's the ruling here, Tess? He's ruling. He's knocked the ball on. Yeah, there you go. That's the best angle. Yeah.
Difference straight away. League seems simpler. Six tackles you're allowed in the passover. And I've just noticed as well, actually, that I didn't realise, I didn't even pick up on in the first game, is that they don't take line throws, do they? Whenever it goes out, that's where they play from. But I found Union is trickier to get to grips with because of things like why are they fouls in when they're having rucks and things. It's hard to work out. But League seems quite simple.
Doesn't wait around. Not to congratulate his teammate, he just picks the ball up and goes. That's that inside pressure again. So Metalti do it, so Tetavano do it.
No scrums at the moment. Really? Do they normally do scrums in League then?
Tackled, so he makes another couple of metres for the Leeds Rhinos, who trail 6-0.
Do they do scrums in League? I didn't even know they did scrums in League.
And now the ball with Alex Sutcliffe. Alex Mellor, charging run at pace from the former Bradford Bulls.
I suppose because I didn't know any different.
10 metres and Gale, though,
because I didn't know any different and I haven't seen them in this game or the last one. I just assumed they didn't need to do them.
Stop his progress, so they're still just on the 10. Leeming's pass. This ball should have gone.
Get it.
Oh. Didn't, and he ran into the clutches.
One tackle left. One tackle left. Can they break through? Can he break? No.
It is still alive, and eventually it's scooped up by Ollie Holmes. A strange passage of play there.
Well, the referee's going to take a look at this. There are a couple of things going on there. He sent it up as no try, Liam Moore. We might get a chance to look at that previous play.
Why are rugby shorts? That referee has got some very short shorts. As a referee, I notice these things, you see.
The Leeds player got over the line in the end, was it?
Well, he's
what are they looking for here?
He's out though, isn't it?
He's clearly off the pitch. I'm not.
Well, is his trailing leg hit the white line? I think he's out. Tom Briscoe.
He's off the pitch. How? I'm confused. What the hell is going on here?
You know, it hits the button. I had to try. Michael Shenton had switched off in the pocket. Are you saying in or out, Tess?
I'm confused what's going on.
Everything's okay. Come on, okay.
Are we saying about if it's gone off the side of the pitch?
Buddy, can't see his right leg.
It's obscured by Jack Broadbent, isn't it? Ben Thaler is the video ref. Having a good look at this.
Surely this should be the touchline's job. The touchliner.
Not any further with this to see what happened after that. And Tom Briscoe just unable to keep his feet off the whitewash before he got rid of that ball.
He was off the pitch. I'm confused.
No try.
But for starters, he didn't even go past the try line.
Here's the chance that I was talking about.
I don't get it.
Sutcliffe, if
Don't
he
get
just
that.
hands that pass on to Reece Martin. He's unmarked and he's over the line.
Okay. All right. Okay.
Gotta take those chances.
Just confusing.
Leeds unable to.
That's the first time I've been confused with rugby league now.
Have possession deep in their own half, having to bring the ball away. Here's Chase Blair now. Could have got on the score sheet last week. He had a try disallowed by the video ref, just losing possession over the try line. Now with Nathan Massey. McShane, Millington, Truman, quick hands. Here is Shenton. Shenton stepping back infield, gets away from Martin, gets the pass to Truman.
He's still got it. He's still got it. He kept that a long time.
Take the Castleford Tigers over the halfway line, inside the Leeds 40. Richardson.
Crunching.
That is Tetivano again.
Third one in 18 minutes.
Oh.
Only his second appearance for the club, Zen Tetivano, but he is probably making himself a firm favourite with the Leeds Rhinos faithful with his contribution so far.
Well, he said, didn't he, when he came in that he was going to leave his mark. He's already left 3 of them in this game.
Surely it should just be like in football. If the ball goes over the line, it's out. Surely that would make much more sense. Strange.
Over on their left to find a bit of a half break through Shenton.
There's Reece Martin, now Corey Hall. Learnt his junior rugby league at Hillsborough Hawks in Sheffield before moving into the professional ranks with Wigan and Wakefield, but the ball goes to ground. It was touched by Castleford Tigers and the referee waves the tackle count clean.
I do find it interesting though the difference of how the referee does stand. Obviously in Union he's as close to that ball as possible, whereas in League he's kind of using his body as a guide for the defensive team. Oh, we got some blood. Lovely. Yeah, just wipe it off, be fine.
The tackle really lends itself, conditions like this, sun is shining, afternoon rugby league, it's not often we get to play at this time, is it? There's the collision. Does he clash heads with Danny Richardson? But love to see good skill, dynamic players using speed and footwork.
So harder to judge if the ball is over the line. If it's in the air. Yeah, maybe. I'm not sure. Yeah, possibly.
That's at midday tomorrow. And then followed by the final game of this second round bonanza.
Sure, have they managed to stop that blood? So like I said, so I've been asking this question and it's been in some of the comments of the videos how if there's blood, the players are meant to go off, a sub comes on and then goes off when the player with the blood comes back on. But every time I've seen it, they've stayed on the pitch and just had treatment on the pitch.
Leeds Player of the Year 2020.
So, yeah, it doesn't actually seem to be going with what people are saying.
Brought down about 12 metres or so away from that Castleford Tigers line. Here is Aletsky. Good strong run from the front rower. Still only 22 years of age, Aletsky, but growing in experience. Here's Gale, and Blair rushes out of the line to close him down. Quick play the ball. Leeming looking for an opportunity, but denied by Oliver Holmes. That's the
change of play. If you want a time check, I'm on 20 minutes and 55 seconds. 56, 57, 58, 59, 21 minutes.
And cover the support player that was pushing into the next hole.
And he was there to make the tackle, get his body underneath him, but Oliver Holmes, try scorer, try saver there. That's good work from Matt.
Oh guys, if you haven't already, Discord. Join the Discord. Join the Discord. You might enjoy the extra chat.
Restrict the progress of the Castleford Tigers. Daniel Smith on for Castleford.
Jesse Senilafeo on as well for
there's somebody down
Tigers.
there. I think there's a clash of heads. Was that Sutcliffe?
It was a high shot from Reece Martin, I think it is.
Oh, I just clotheslined him.
And up to that point, it was a decent set of 6 from Leeds.
He's literally just clotheslined him.
Castleford.
Is that not dangerous play?
Well, they won't struggle to
No.
get meters after the kick here from Richardson.
Yeah, I'm 22.05, 06, 07.
Holmes. Reece Martin making the tackle, stopping his progress. Pryor in there as well. Daniel Smith now. Bench regular.
It certainly seems that Rugby League doesn't seem as strict.
Just inside their own territory.
Because there are some brutal challenges, clotheslines, shoulders into the back of their heads, and they're not being punished.
250 Castleford Tigers appearances. They do get some loyalty out of their players at the jungle. And that's Truman running.
Go on, go on, go on!
Daniel Smith, and now Niall Evans goes in under the posts. Wonderfully well created that try. Truman running. Daniel Smith popping up in support. Niall Evans there to finish off for his 2nd try of the season. Bang under the sticks.
These tries are getting me excited.
Leeds extend their lead.
And right in the middle. Right in the middle.
With some wonderful handling there.
Ruthless from Castleford Tigers. The Rhinos getting up quick, showing good intensity. We're on that 4th and 5th tackle. You've got to keep your focus and concentration. Footwork and balance from Truman. Lovely offload to Dan Smith, who began his career at the Rhinos as a junior. Hasn't this player shown up well?
If James, if I decide to support Castleford, will you stay subscribed to me? And the problem is I don't even know where Castleford is.
Niall Evans, he got a debut try last week. He's got debut tries at 4 of his 5 clubs on his Super League journey as Niall Evans. Well, he's got his 2nd try for his latest club.
Danny Richardson steps up.
Richardson, this one bang in front of the post. Formality for him.
2 points.
The Tigers lead by 12 points to 0.
Well, there's a maturity about this youngster. The man who's got the ball here, Jake Truman. Look at him. Balance, footwork, strength. He's so brave as well when he takes the Leeds Rhinos forwards on in the middle. I don't know whether he's going to cut one or not. He gives the ball to Smith, who in turn gives it to
Tiger
Evans.
King. I've not. See, I've not seen too many tactics, obvious tactics in Rugby League yet. I was thinking Rugby League is more similar to NFL, for example, in the fact that there's not the scrums and things, and you're not challenging when a tackle's made. But actually, it's not. I'd like to be seeing more tactical play, like especially when it gets to there's only 1 tackle left, for example. They just half the time they just seem to still run at the other team.
Desperately trying to slow this ruck speed down that Castleford are generating now. They've given a penalty away, but it ultimately doubles up.
Can any of you tell me where Castleford is, or do I have to Google it? I'll Google it. Oh, I put a new skin on my phone. Exciting, isn't it? I got rid of my phone case and got a skin. Right, I'm going to Google Maps where Castleford is.
Wellington struggling to get to his feet. Richardson.
Castleford.
Daniel Smith.
Oh, it looks north. It's Yorkshire.
Run from him. Here is Holmes, and Holmes escapes the clutches. Almost got the pass away to Niall Evans. That's the 5th tackle. Down the short side they go. Evans gets the pass. It's an audacious pass. It was behind Jordan Turner. If that stuck, that would have been absolutely wonderful.
Yeah.
When you defend any quick players against Castleford, you've got to give.
The problem with Castleford, it's like nearly 4 hours away. So it's not a team I can really. Yeah, it's not like a team I could go see often, is it? 4 hours is a bit of a trek.
A couple of times he goes on the back of
Third world country.
It was a shame, wasn't it, for Cas Tigers? Michael Shenton over on that trusted left side of theirs. Darryl Powell paying tribute to his captain, talking about his skill, and I suppose it is a marker of how good he is. How many times the wingers outside him end up so high up those try-scoring charts as Cas give a penalty away.
Chase Blair, the culprit, but
there's a clear difference in the commentary. A clear difference in the commentary between Union and League. League commentary, there's a lot of ooh and those sort of comments.
His third season at the club since joining from Melbourne Storm. Interesting to see Melbourne Storm taking the Brisbane Broncos to the cleaners earlier today, putting 40-odd points on them. Chase Blair's old.
So that's the problem, Michael. You've just got to put up with American football or American rugby, should I say? That can't be any fun for you.
Ollie Holmes tries to get hold of the ball. He doesn't realise that his teammate Daniel Smith's.
Yeah. Mr. Clark, the problem is having a venture into London's effort, isn't it?
Wants to speed it up and tilt the speed of the game back in favour of his side.
Dwyer will speed things up if he gets the opportunity. He's only got one setting, and that's harem-scarum, really.
Yes. Chaos. That's what his job is, chaos.
Jack Broadbent plays the ball. Here's Cameron Smith now, another one of those Leeds changes. There is Dwyer in 14. Dwyer gets the pass away this time to Gale. Gale, the ball loops over the top.
Goal! Yes. I shouldn't say goal. Goal's not the right term. But I'm too used to saying goal. Try. Yeah, goal sounds better than try, really, doesn't it? I might just keep saying goal.
He gets the try, but what about the amazing ball from the youngster Jack Broadbent?
Doesn't mess about the video referee today, does he, Ben Fairley? Watched it once, watched it live. Try. Let's crack on.
Commentary. Oh.
That's a great response from
the video ref doesn't mess about today. One watch live and he gives a try. Brilliant.
I like the confidence of the youngster Jack Broadbent when he throws that cut-out pass. You see that Luke Briscoe scores some tries, give him some field position near the opposition line, and he knows how to finish, doesn't he?
This is literally my second game of league I've watched.
The pass, and when you think how much fatigue he would be under here, he's been locked in on his side, playing in the centre, so you've got to keep your shape, conserve energy, and all you do as a fullback is you run from side to side to side. So to then have that focus, execute that pass right on the money and give his
goal sounds better, doesn't it? Goal sounds better.
We've seen Danny
it means the same thing. You get some points.
From a sideline already. Well, Reece Martin is
he going to make the kick?
Goal kicker for the Rhinos. This one from wide out and just fading away.
Leeds, come on, let yourself down there. Not that it was an easy one. That was right in the corner.
Lovely skill, nice set-up play. Bullet pass from right to left, right into the path of the winger who doesn't have to break stride. Arms out in front of him, good grip, good try from the Rhinos.
Okay. That's interesting to know, Mr. Averidge.
Satisfied with the response of their side as Luke Briscoe gets his second try of the season, try scorer in the win against Wakefield last weekend. He also got a try in the pre-season friendly against the Huddersfield Giants, so he's on a bit of run of form. I wonder if he can extend it to the lengths he did in 2018 when he went 17 games with a try a game.
There is, like, considering I've been doing a lot of videos on
just loses the ball there. I think when he's trying to catch the ball,
the tackles and things.
Thinking about, was he going to tip the ball on? And
in Union, obviously, it's that focus on safety, and we've been through the red cards, yellow cards.
Makes the mistake.
But in league, at the moment, they're literally just wrapping their arms around, you know, the other guy's head.
Big brother, little brother.
So is there not really that focus on safety?
And Castleford Tigers from that Leeds error. About 15 metres away from the Leeds line, bang in front of the posts. McShane, little ball on the inside. There is Daniel Smith.
Yes, they were all last week, weren't they? They were all.
Truman to
they were all in Leeds.
Richardson to Evans. Evans tackled by Luke Gale, 10 metres out.
If I remember,
to Adam Milner.
Miss Tig King, Tiger King. If I remember, I'll take a look.
Keep them at bay at the moment. On the last, Truman a little kick. Everybody pursuing it, but well dealt with at the back.
Good positioning again, young fullback. As we say, tracking where the ball is, trying to anticipate where the kick's going to go. He's shown up well, hasn't he, in the first half hour?
Think of who's missing for the Leeds side. I mean, many sides have got players out this season, but the
Feed on Fonz just subscribed.
Sitting at home at the moment with Harold, Louis, Newman, Hanley, now Richie Milo.
I've stopped. I've just. Oh, hello. Aidan Curry has just subscribed. Excellent. I've decided not to be a cheapskate, and as my channel is growing, I thought I would purchase the subscription of Streamlabs. So I am just working on the layout. This is my work in progress.
You can't watch it on TV. You've got to be out there, and players like Broadbent, Hall, Sutcliffe. This is invaluable.
Get him down.
Experience in their development.
So here come the Castleford Tigers in the shape of Jordan Turner.
You can hear the referee a lot more because where the referee's that little bit further away, you can hear him shout at the players because he has to actually shout. That's a difference, I notice.
They keep the ball. And Jesse Senny Lafayette was trying.
Did it go backwards?
Go
on, go on, go on, go on, go on.
We'll go all the way under the stick.
Go!
And he's going to have to go referee. He's going to go to the video ref. That surely went forward from.
Did it go forward or did it go backwards?
Passionately.
Cheers, John.
The referee to take a look at it.
I only did it like an hour ago, so I'm just working it out.
I've made the decision. I'm going to the video referee. Don't come approach me like that.
Good lad. Well done, ref. Tell him to go away, but nicely.
Went about the best way.
Well, he was put in his place by the referee, wasn't he?
See, that is the example of great refereeing and the respect that the player has. He's said he's going to video ref.
Still going.
Well, unless that's gone.
Well, that's not a good camera angle, is it? You need a sideways.
Here you go. The ball goes out from Milner.
That's a knock-on, isn't it?
That's gone forward.
That's backwards, is it not?
Twice,
Yeah.
surely.
The last touch from the player that went down to the other player was backwards, but was it a knock-on?
Ben Fowler again, a quick decision here.
Like an assertive referee.
He's on fire.
Done it. Look, decision, crack on.
No
I think he's
try.
just put £2 in the parking meter and knows that he's got to be out of there by a certain time.
So Darrell Alford's denied.
Was it the knock-on? Yeah, it's a knock-on. It wasn't actually a forward pass, though, was it? The pass was technically backwards, but there was a knock-on. So I assume when he has a knock-on, he had control of it, slipped out of his hands, and whacked it. So he had a second touch to push it forward.
I'm not sure if that was his first touch, but the ball just got away from
See,
him.
I said the last touch from the player that went down, that kind of flick,
Breathe a sigh of relief.
looked like it went backwards. But it was the knock-on that was the foul.
33 minutes gone. In the sunshine at the Totally Wicked Stadium. The Castleford Tigers ahead, but Leeds clinging on. More than clinging on. They've shown they can threaten this defence, and it's a good run. And
Oh, can he get past him? He's given up. He didn't try hard enough there. He more or less gave up for that run.
But Leeds, can they capitalise on that break from their new signing, who really has impressed? Not a good ball, but well picked up though by Sutcliffe. Dragged towards the sidelines. Fifth tackle. It needs to be a good kick from Gale. It's not across field,
Gotcha.
it's into the middle.
Gotcha,
And that
Vicarage.
ball is claimed by Oliver Holmes, I think it was, who just got the first touch to it. Guided it down into the hands of Jake Truman.
A terrific break, wasn't it, from the Rhinos? Nice support play, lovely offload. And some green shoots here. I know they're behind on the scoreboard. That's probably not expected. don't think anybody expected this scoreline. Give a penalty away, not back on side on time. But on paper, Castleford Tigers, more experience, more quality, expected to win this game. Here's the break here. Cameron Smith with the footwork, and Tetivano is trying to find Sutcliffe.
I think that player thought too much instead of just bolting it forward. He panicked.
And then concede the penalty for the offside. And into the last 5 minutes of the first half here at St Helens, in this West Yorkshire derby.
No questions at the moment.
The ball on the first tackle, brother on brother.
Bodine Thompson, that was his first contribution.
None at the moment. However, I think if I see something I don't understand, that's when you guys come in.
You see Brad Dwyer underneath as well.
Okay, boys.
I think the brothers had a little done a number on Big Brother.
Brothers playing against each other, that's exciting.
And they're inside their own half as Corey Hall plays the ball. Here is Bodine Thompson now.
I think Mum might be having a word with Cameron later on this aft.
Dwyer. Sutcliffe, here's Reece Martin now. The PNG international cut down about 35 metres out. Cameron Smith. Dwyer now. Dwyer, they're coming to this side again with Alex Sutcliffe. The Castleford Tigers defence managing to stop his progress. About 20 metres out now, Leeds Rhinos. Cameron Smith gets the pass away. That's the fifth tackle though, bang in front of those posts as Bodine Thompson plays the ball. They're going to run it, but the ball comes out in the tackle, and the Castleford Tigers have it back with Matautia. Matautia then throws it forward.
I think the Smith household must be quite proud of the sons then.
Look, the offload here.
However, I wonder who the parents are supporting. Do the parents support Castleford or Leeds?
And then a hurried pass to Eccles.
And Leeds get possession back. They opt to play the ball in the middle of the field. 10 metres out or so, 12 metres out it was originally.
My verdict so far, I think
there is time here.
Castleford have been better when they've... Castleford have been better at breaking through the lines than the Leeds lines. Leeds have had most of the possession, but just can't get over that line.
Good tackle from Matautia.
Matautia trying to redeem himself. Here is Gale, and Gale will try himself, but he is brought down. Another good tackle from Daniel Smith. On their own try line now, Dwyer gets the pass away.
They just cannot get over.
Castleford Tigers defending desperately with the last couple of minutes on the clock. Bodine Thompson driving for the posts. He is held up, and Castleford withhold.
It just seems like Leeds just cannot get over that line.
It's not over yet.
They go close through Bodine Thompson, but they have numbers on the right, Leeds Rhinos. The winger hugging the chalk over on that side. Tom Briscoe screaming for the ball.
So Gale will deliver it off the boot, but it's easily claimed by Darrell Alford, and the Castleford Tigers survive there. Disappointing for Leeds, they couldn't capitalise on the good work ahead of that.
All that territory there, that's not the kick that the coach Richard Agar would have been hoping for. And there goes Jake Truman and breaks free from a couple of tackles.
Just inside their own half. The Castleford Tigers, they lead by 12 points to 4, but Leeds, a really gutsy performance from Richard Agar's side. And they're very much in the hunt here. Still time though for the Castleford Tigers maybe to hoist some more points. Here is Shenton, and Truman took the pass and was immediately pounced on by Tom Briscoe, who takes him to ground. 4 tackles gone. Again down that short side, it's with Jordan.
No space down there, guys. There's no space. I'm on 39-30.
Truman kicks crossfield, way too strong. And that was probably the last opportunity for the the Castleford Tigers this half.
A good period for the Rhinos in attack, but in defence.
I would assume my assessment is more or less correct, though, about both teams, how they're doing it first half.
Some attention. Obviously, they're going to run numbers at him, make decisions he doesn't want to make. But so far, 12-4, it's been a fairly even contest.
The siren. It's like a bomb's just about to go off. God.
Taken into touch in the end by Alex Mellor to bring the first half to a close. And it has been a lively contest.
So funny.
And Daryl Powell will know that his side have got more work to do to make this game safe. And Richard Agar, likewise, has seen good signs from his team to take this contest.
Boys, Castleford make their way into the change rooms here at St. Helens, as do the Leeds Rhinos.
I'm going to whack the sound
As
down.
to the two coaches, will there be a happier coach? And the obvious answer may be Darren Powell because they have the lead.
Well,
some might say maybe not enough of the lead.
that siren, honestly, it is literally.
Made the most of the field position they had.
Surely it freaks any old people out that were around during World War II with those sort of sirens. Must bring back bad memories. I don't think it's a siren that should be allowed, if I'm honest. Well, it's half time.
Some real magic touches there, no doubt.
Yeah, I think my assessment, assessment, seeing as I don't know a lot, Leeds had possession, just could not break through the defensive line, right on the touch, on the try line, just could not get through. However, Castleford managed to find those holes to squeeze through. So that's, yeah. Any questions? Is everyone enjoying the bank holiday weekend that's just started? It feels weird being a Friday and it being 3 o'clock watching rugby or any sport. It should still be working time, really, shouldn't it? Have any of you got some plans for the weekend? Now that we're over here in the UK, we're out of lockdown. We can see people in gardens. Are you going to see people? I need to make an excuse not to see. I think I've got to make an excuse not to see my parents and family. Is that antisocial of me? I don't know. But yeah, let me know, guys. Ask me some questions. I am here. We've got half time. My plans: rugby. Oh man, Cypher, you need to get a hobby. You need to get a hobby, buddy. Other than rugby, of course. Who's an adult? Me, I'm an adult. I'm just about an adult, yeah. I'm not sure if mentally I'm an adult. Yeah, but certain parents moan when you don't see them. If you're an adult and you don't live in the same city as them. Not that I'm very far. I'm only about 15 minutes from them, but yeah, I like to be in my own space. You can. The only problem. What time are the? So I use the Flash Scores app. Hang on. Yeah, so I use the Flash. Let's see if it'll focus. Will it focus? No, not really. I use the Flash Scores app, and I do when I was checking out the rugby league, it comes up with the Australian National Rugby League. The only problem is, what time is kickoffs? Kickoffs must be like so early. That's the only problem. Either really early or really late. I can't think what it would be. Don't know. Kick-off time was 6 in the morning. That would be the only thing that stops me watching National Rugby League. Because I am not a morning person. Right. Oh man, yeah. Michael, you're so right. My wife does the I do the grass, I do the garden grass. My wife does the flowers and the vegetables.
Two meetings between
What have we got
these
on
sides.
the go?
They trail
Potatoes.
at
She's got
half-time,
potatoes on the
12
go.
points to 4.
Broccoli on the go.
Meeting between them in 2020.
Probably some
Castleford Tigers
onions or
very
something.
good in that first 40 minutes. We're going to have a look back
We've
at
got some
the
strawberries on the go
Wilkin,
as
our
well.
studio guest.
But yeah, my
Great degree of
expertise,
intent
well
for
not
the Castleford
expertise,
Tigers
but
to
my
start off
job's
the
are
match.
growing
Scored
the
their
grass.
first try as well through Ollie Holmes, as
Come
they did last week. Let's have a
end
look
of
back at that
spring,
first
start
40
of summer,
minutes,
when the
John.
warmth
And give us
comes.
your thoughts.
Yeah, I think there's
We'll
some interesting
bit of
parts of
topsoil,
the
bit of,
I think one of the main things that we're seeing now is the prevalence
grass
of ball
seeds
stealing
going down.
in the modern game. And
Nice,
why
nice
would
fresh
teams not
cut
have a shot at
grass.
stealing
Lovely.
the ball? Castleford are renowned for this, and it's not an accident. You see Liam Watts communicating clearly with Chase Blair. Get off
James,
the ball. We've
good
got
idea.
to crack at the
That's
ball.
what you
We
want
see
if
that,
you've got kids.
you know,
You need
every
the
week in
grandparents
Super League now. It's
to,
just a thing that
usher
happens.
the kids off to, don't
Peter
you?
Matautia. This was a bit of a change in the game. It was very tight to this
Jim's
point.
not.
Great
Jim's
footwork,
boring.
made a
Cypher.
break, gained his side some field position, and that strength of carry
Need
that John
more
Wells said
sport
about their
activities.
backfield was really evident there, and it's the footwork off the back of it too.
Deconstruct this try from a defensive perspective.
Well, I tried so hard to
Get
find
yourself
something
using
technical
BBC
to say
Sport,
about this try.
100%
So I watched that
unreliable
angle,
but
I was
more
thinking,
fun.
right, what have they done? Let's really break
do you
it
mean,
down. Do you know
James?
what?
I don't understand what you
After
mean.
5-10 minutes watching it,
Oh,
it's just a missed tackle from Corey Hall.
okay.
We can do too much analysis. We've all missed tackles like that, but he's got to do better on Ollie Holmes, who's delighted with the try.
Michael, how are you
Well,
up at
Leeds
5
Rhinos
a.m.
went
man?
close themselves.
The problem is with my job.
Desperation in defence. Look, they've got a real desperation without
For my job, I don't really need to be up that early because my morning work is I'm a dog walker, and dogs don't need walking at 8 o'clock in the morning. So I don't normally get up till like 9 o'clock.
Gives you the opportunity and a fantastic try.
Yeah. Well, the problem was last year we were growing stuff, and the problem is my wife forgets and doesn't look after things. So I think we had peppers last year,
What about this ball from
and she forgot to look after them, and they ended up
That's
rotting.
not perfect. That's not a try.
So yeah,
They had to
I'm
put
going
it
to
out
make
there,
sure
had to
she
be
actually
perfect, and
looks
he did
after
it.
them.
What a ball from a young guy.
Habaneros, tomatoes, lettuce, cucumbers and squash.
First from Cam Smith.
Just like when you
Lovely.
score a try and you're getting back into it,
I'm not a
you
fan of
can't
squash.
concede errors, and they were very lucky actually. This
Yeah,
ball
not a
from
fan of
Adam
squash.
Milner, Jesse Samuel-Afeo juggles it. There's a
Did I
huge
always want to be a
conversation
referee?
about whether
God,
he's
no.
controlled the ball and whether that's a pass.
Why would you want to be a
Is that
referee?
forward pass or a knock-on?
Referee, you
Well,
just take
we could
abuse.
talk about that all day.
You know, you don't get to play anymore.
Absolutely.
No, I started refereeing
The consequences of
because
Cam Smith error was Darryl Alford's
so I
potential
played
scoring a
all my
try,
life. I'm
and it could have been a
31
different
now.
game altogether.
When did I stop?
All right. Let's go to John Wells at the touchscreen.
Was getting
Get his moment of that first
since the
half.
age of
John?
18 I was getting strains. My Achilles and muscles on my legs are wrecked.
I'll pick it up once again. One play before
So
the
I think
try
I
play,
played.
because I want to single out some of the work
Played to a
being
certain
done,
standard and I
by
just
some of the
couldn't
forwards.
keep
Nathan
going. So I
Massey
thought, right, I'm going to
with a
stop.
really important
Thought,
carry, because what this
what
does,
can I
it
do? I need to
frees
be
up
in the
Paul
action of
McShane.
football.
Paul McShane, we
So
know, is
I
devastating from the base of the ruck. But
got taken
only
up refereeing.
if that ruck is in
Took out
disarray.
refereeing. I
Have a
think
look at the
just
carry
over 7
from
years
Nathan
now I've been
Massey so
refereeing.
far.
And
He takes it into contact, strong contact.
I did
good
play a
leg
little bit
position.
Sunday league football,
That happens now because this is an unset ruck.
but I ended up tearing my hamstring and just couldn't get back
If I
into
stop
it.
at the right point, there you go. Look at that. That's like a practice.
Yeah.
That. There's just the hint from Paul McShane that he's coming this way, and you see the effect.
I'm on Discord. The games I play at the moment.
He's now got all the weight on the
Wife's home
left-hand
from
side of
work.
his body. He's leaning left to try.
Games I
and
play at
cover
the
that
moment.
anticipated move. We've
I've been
also
playing
on the
Valheim.
screen
That's
singled
pretty
out
good.
eye levels,
Valheim's
because
good.
if you've got if you put one eye on this side of the thing and one eye on this,
just
you
bought
can see
FIFA. I wasn't
just
going
what
to buy
eye levels of the
FIFA
ground
this
he
year,
covers, because it's
but I
all
did.
intents and purposes he's backing
as my friend
outside
made
Danny
me.
Richardson for a play that's
Physically
unfolding
made
out
me.
here. Right, that's all
What
the
else
deception
do I
from
play?
Paul
Play a bit of
McShane.
Dota occasionally.
Now have a look at what happens because of that.
I like-
Alensky is here and he's
I like
split.
Tycoon
It's
games.
just that half a second. He's now
Yeah.
trailing. Watch what Jake Truman does. This was what John Wilkin was talking about. The superb footwork, and we'll show that and play that through. That's the gap that ultimately he goes through. And then look at the ground that Niall Levels.
James, you
So
said
great
about your
work from Dan Smith holding up Jack
brother
Roberts,
being
the
a rugby
fullback.
referee.
And that's
The
all she
only-
wrote. He's devastating when he gets
So,
in some space.
people obviously said, oh, you should switch and referee rugby.
Not least.
And then I
that
find
footwork
out that
from
at
that
amateur
man,
level,
Jake
you
Truman.
literally get paid nothing,
Brilliant. George
possibly
Duarte, Evans
expenses.
slotting straight in.
I
As
know
everybody
you do it for the
expected,
love
he
of the
would be
game,
following his signing from Salford.
but
I'll
I
say this
can't,
to you,
don't think I
there's a
can
chance for
justify
Leeds, right? I'm
doing
not suggesting
for
morale is
nothing,
low at the club. There's no reason
because
it
it is
would
still
be.
your
But they
time
have
and
some
your
injuries,
commitment.
they have some absentees.
So I was shocked about
It's a
that.
chance for them to nick a morale-boosting win here today against a near full-strength Castleford Tiger side, because they're very much at a 12-4 score
Here you go, Chaz.
within this game.
If you make peppers, if you do peppers, Charlie, you've got to give them a good dose of calcium, bone meal or eggshells.
But 12-4, I think Richard Agar will be buoyed by that. I think he'll be pleased that his side came back into it at the back end of the half, and I think he'll be asking them to be more clinical when they get opportunities to attack Castleford's line. So Richard Agar won't be in a bad place with how he's coming into the second half.
On a side note, we have. On a side note, on Sunday we've got me and Charlie, the wife. We got Lidl Easter egg tasting, and she made me go and buy lots of Easter American sweets.
Absolutely.
So these are little.
John Wilkin, okay, we've got 40 more
little
minutes
teaser
of day
for
2,
Sunday.
the Friday doubleheader from the Mossy McCoy round. We've got the Castleford Tigers with a 12-4
these American
half-time
Easter
lead over
treats.
there. Fierce Yorkshire rivals, the Leeds rivals, that were set to 40 on the way.
Hang on, sorry about the rustling. Yeah, I don't like squash. Not my favourite. Tearing my hamstring was the worst. They say you hear it. They say you hear the pop, and I really did hear the pop. They're not. There's a couple of Reese's ones that we got to try. Got on the Easter theme, obviously. Got Reese's Pieces. I love Reese's Pieces. I love Reese's Pieces. And then a mallow top Reese's cups. So yeah, that will be. So yeah, we've got the Lidl Easter egg tasting video up at like 11 GMT, and then we're going to film that either later today or tomorrow or whenever, maybe even Sunday, and put that up later on in the day. So make sure you watch, and you can decide if you like to see Charlie in more of the videos. Michael, the only problem with these American sweets are, I don't know if I can't remember if you watched the videos with Alan from Eclectic Beard, but oh man, the E numbers, the sugar, the E numbers, it's the artificial colours and flavourings, just insane, GMT, GMT's GMT, isn't it? What are we, +1, GMT +1 now? I don't know. GMT summertime. But I can tell you it's currently 4 o'clock. So whatever time it is yours. Premier League darts starts, guys. We have to live stream the final of the Premier League darts. Even though people will have to sync their times with mine, I think. Yeah, it's British summertime now, so... Was that what BST? Oh, I'm an idiot. Yeah, BST then, there you go. Oh, man. There's been documentaries over here with old Brexit and stuff, and obviously the Tories wanting to do deals with America. There's been documentaries here about how bad, especially some of the meat, what's been put in the meat in America. It's just crazy. Sorry. Hello. Shez Prezzo. Nice to hear from you, buddy. Thanks for joining us. Can you get me another one of these, please?
Yeah.
Football coming up for you next on Sky Sports Football. Barnsley still in the top 6, take on Reading, who've just dropped outside, 5 p.m. Tonight, Sky Sports Football, that will be followed by Birmingham-Swansea. Birmingham hoping to avoid relegation against high-flying Swansea, 7:30 p.m.
Oh man, good remembering. I do lawn bowls. Yeah, lawn bowl summer season starts probably in a couple of weeks, mid-April. So both me and the wife play. So maybe I'll
next week comes from Milton Keynes.
like a blog style video if anyone's interested. But it's not necessarily the most exciting game to watch. And even I'll admit that, but to play it, playing lawn bowls is brilliant. We absolutely love it. So if anyone's interested, welcome to ask me any questions. I've got some nice bright red with yellow speckled boards.
Terry O'Connor, Barry McDermott and Bill Arthur close the day out.
Thanks, Brian, and the Castleford Tigers.
Try and find the game. Shows Prezzo. Firstly, shows Prezzo. Make sure you hit subscribe. Alright. Do yourself a favour, my friend. Good. Yeah, hit the subscribe button. I'm going on a bit of a journey with rugby. So I'm a reactions channel. However, people have been enjoying the rugby. The game is back on as well. Curling, yeah, bowls brilliant, mate. Skillful. You don't realise how difficult it is. I make it look easy.
Just at the moment with Cameron Smith, and they're up to the 30-metre line in the Castleford Tigers territory.
When I hit 41 minutes, okay, I'm currently on 40-40 at the moment.
Openings for them. The former Castleford Tigers man, of course, Luke Gale, on the last. And it is with Gale who loops that kick into the corner.
53.
At the back from the Castleford Tigers, and
40
comes up with it, but he was well protected as he
41.
went for that ball.
It's a massive set of 6
Turn the
though,
sound back up.
Time that they had the ball in the second half, Leeds Rhinos to march 80 metres up the field from an offload. Brad Dwyer getting out, and then the kick into the corner. Castleford now just trying to get.
The wife has come home with a box of Ferrero Rochers.
Goes for the kick on the third.
My favourite.
Truman looking for a 40-20, hasn't quite got the angle right, and fullback Jack Broadbent able to come across and claim it. There is a breeze at the back of the Castleford Tigers in this second half, blowing down the pitch. The sun's still shining, shadows lengthening a bit across the pitch, but the condition still great. But that's possibly something that the Tigers will be looking to use in their
You'd have to readjust, James.
Yeah, going early, not expecting anyone to have dropped back. The wingers are still up in the field, so
I'll tell you, I'm on 41, 57, 58, 59, 42 minutes.
Normally you do find a bit of space if you can hit the ball on the advantage line.
Good man, good man. Shows Prezzo, you are my favourite person of the day. If you've subscribed and aren't lying to me.
Up against the teenage centre. That's a good kick, and Evans has let it bounce. It comes off his shins, manages to keep it into the field of play. That was pretty miraculous.
He did really well.
I wonder if Allen's had a Ferrero Rocher.
Towards the ball over his head. He was inches away from that sideline with his feet. Oh my word!
If he's a size 9, he's in touch.
Millimetres, never mind inches.
Here is Millington, cast deep in their own half. Let's go down to the sidelines. Half-time news from Jenna Brooks.
Yeah, despite the 8-point lead, Daryl Powell, he just doesn't feel that they've played that well. He wants them to cut out the errors and be more accurate with their play. Richard Agar said offensively they need to increase push and support and have more control about how they turn the ball over. But it certainly is a game that he believes his team can win.
Thanks, Jenna. Well, they're very much in the arm wrestle at the moment. So Richard Agar's team has.
I find similar-ish with football. The closer games are so much more interesting to watch, and especially at the end. So last week's Castleford match at the end just wasn't that exciting because you know Castleford were winning easy and there's no chance of Warrington winning, so it wasn't very exciting. But yeah, the closer games are so much better. keep you
Touching
gripped.
the ball, getting some early touches in the second half.
Leeds seeing plenty of possession at the start of the second half as well.
Shez Prezzo used to go to same church as Jason Lefeo. Who? I don't know who he is. And I'm not a church girl, sorry.
Liam Sutcliffe was almost underneath.
Don't unsubscribe just because I said that.
Just didn't time that jump correctly, did it, Liam Sutcliffe? He was in the right place. I don't know whether he was onside or not, but Oliver Holmes, Castleford Tigers, secure possession.
And also, I started drinking at 3 o'clock. Was that too early? Bank holiday, I suppose.
They haven't dominated their opponents. They're ahead on the scoreboard. And here is Niall Evalds, the other first half try scorer. The ball back with Truman. Again, hurried kick. Good kick pressure from the Rhinos. Luke Briscoe back there to gather the ball for Leeds. And they will counter again.
Well, trading sets, aren't they? And both strong defence and attack from both sides in the opening 5 minutes of this second half.
Now here's Tom Briscoe.
Again looking to strip it, Matautia. And that's the danger. If you're trying to strip the ball, you get caught on the wrong side of the play the ball, you'd end up being left on the ground for the hooker to run.
Liam Sutcliffe plays the ball. Here is Cameron Smith now. Smith gets the pass away to Dwyer. Reece Martin to Corey Hall now.
I'm a Southampton fan.
Territory. 3 tackles gone this set.
Yeah, I'm a Southampton fan, so very up and then down the season this year. We started so well in the Premier League and then we couldn't win a game.
Dinks the kick over the top again, looking to get behind the
Do I feel the battle of momentum?
Is there to claim it.
What?
Seems to have had all the field position in this second half, Leeds Rhinos. Let's just try and exert a bit of energy here. Trap cast down near the line. So it's just a solid
Chelsea, well, Mr. Shez Prezzo. Last Saturday,
can't do anything.
I was in the middle and refereed down at the Southampton Academy, Saints under-16s versus Chelsea under-16s. Chelsea won 3-1. Saints were rubbish. But Ashley Cole is one of the under-16 coaches or managers now. To be fair, I didn't realise until my assistant on the line after the game was like, "Oh, do you mind me going to ask for a picture with Ashley Cole?"
Really struggling up to that point, Bill.
More pressure on the Leeds defence.
Go on. Oh, I dropped.
The ball was stripped. It came back to Richardson.
Yeah, it was quite exciting.
It's seen off the threat, but it's still very much on the pressure. Tom Briscoe, who it was who stripped it. It's Truman, and Truman almost through. Good tackle down low from Cameron Smith, just denying him, but he held on too long there. McShane up against his former club.
I can't see Leeds winning this, guys. I don't know about you, but I can't see Leeds winning.
And can Leeds withstand this particular assault? Here is Milner now.
A mountain of pressure for them to absorb. Good field position, lots of possession. And you can see the organisation from Cass.
You say Ashley Cole's a legend. I think he would have been more of a legend if he stayed at Arsenal.
And it comes out for Leeds. Well, they survive there.
Second tackle.
Yeah, I know there's time yet, but Leeds aren't necessarily showing me anything. They're not necessarily showing me anything to make me think otherwise, if I'm honest.
Well, that's a break for Leeds. Because the break initially looked as though it had undone Danny Richardson when he...
Yeah, like you said, yeah. And so I don't know who those players are that Leeds missing, but maybe it's making a big difference.
Leeds up, and they haven't made the most of the opportunity.
Yeah, you can understand why, and I'm going to go back to Tom Briscoe's strip. You can understand why players are just targeting that ball. I'm not sure what coaches are making of the tackle technique of the players and what we're turning them into during those breaks, but as you can see here, he just snatches at the ball. Danny Richardson picks it back up. It's a gamble.
Here is Reece Martin as Leeds look to respond, having survived that Castleford Tigers attack. There's 3 tackles gone this set of 6.
I think possibly if Leeds can get a try soonish and just bring that gap down, it might make Castleford feel a bit of the pressure.
Thompson. Cameron Smith takes the pass well. They've got the numbers here if they can make the most of it. Oh, they couldn't, because the pass goes behind Luke Briscoe. There was an opportunity there for Leeds.
They've done everything right. Good rugby from right to left. And it's that final pass. You can see Alex Mellor gives Sutcliffe 2-on-2. And maybe we're not giving Darrell Alforts enough credit there for holding his shape, keeping his winger in front of him, and Richard Agard will know that that's another opportunity.
Up against the fancied Castleford Tigers side, looking for back-to-back wins at the start of the season. They won their first 2 games last season, did Castleford. Leeds have to go back to 2018 for their last 2-win start. Truman, early in the tackle count, kicks again. The ball bobbles comfortably for Jack Bent at the back.
Shez Prezzo, I did I've done a couple of football chants now.
Put the ball downfield,
and I don't think Rugby do have the same passion and tribalism as football fans are. So I don't necessarily think they can compete with football chants, if I'm honest. But I'm happy to be proven wrong.
Little gesture, urging Mellor to cut back infield. Mellor tackled 30 metres out. Dwyer once more. Sutcliffe, Liam has to put the brakes on that pass just over his shoulder, and Sutcliffe almost through. Good work from Daniel Smith to cling on, but Dwyer's little kick, and Eccles judged that perfectly.
Just too much on that. Then from Dwyer, they seem to have them. Good play from Daniel Smith to get hold of Sutcliffe. I thought he was through. Tried to accelerate through the gap. Was pulled down by the back rower.
If you, Mr. Clark, if you can prove to me, League is similar.
Some pretty important passes as well. Richard Agard.
If you can give me some evidence, I will happily accept I'm wrong.
And it's whether that's seeping through to those players or they have the mentality.
Evidence and facts, I will happily accept.
That door and we'll get over, and it'll open soon.
Castleford Tigers though, 12-4 up. This is Cass versus Leeds. We know from previous experience they can be tight affairs. Last season was just the 4 points in it. The set restart, Hooters signals that more tackles for the Castleford Tigers. Here is Tyler Heppy into the side.
Jamie, if you can send me a link, then I will happily add it to the watch list and give it a react at some stage. More than happy to do that.
In O'Neill's absence. And here is Truman, Liam Watts back into the fray. That's good work from Leeds in defence to stop his progress.
James disagrees with
4 tackles gone, 12 metres out. Here is Truman now. Richardson, Evans is closed down. That's great work. Sutcliffe really in his face.
You know, he's always up for it in defence, Alex Sutcliffe. We saw him a couple of years ago on Sky Sports when he was on loan at Featherstone. One thing that he can do, he can
back there's that bloke, isn't there, that you see on YouTube?
Pick him out and just hit him exactly at the right time.
And he goes to college campuses, doesn't he?
That wrong. His winger is isolated, where he makes the decision to go. Gets it right.
But like I said, if there's evidence and facts,
and they dislodge the ball.
This is why I'm not a religious man, because there aren't any evidence or facts, sadly.
Fizz and energy to the affair. Here is Matt Pryor now.
But I will accept when I'm wrong.
Liam Sutcliffe and Reece Martin now. Martin manages to get the pass away to Broadbent. Broadbent to Corey Hall, but Hall quickly closed down by Jordan Turner. And Truman has pinched that ball. Was there the two of them in there? At that point, It's a hard call for match officials, isn't it? It's a split-second thing.
It's good communication between all the Castleford players. See, when they go into contact, you know that one of them, whoever's got a hold of the ball, clamp down, one of them pull off. Jordan Turner pulls off because he knows exactly what Truman's going to do.
Here is Turner now, Jesse Seni-Lafeo. He gives the pass to Peter Matautia. Matautia skipping back in field now, straightens up. And a strong run from Peter Matautia, one of 4 rugby league playing brothers, Peter Matautia. And here's Jesse Seni-Lafeo. Opportunity for him. The ball claimed by Watts, did ever so well there, the front rower.
Knock on, Bill.
Referee says it was a knock on. Watts is appalled by that decision.
Up quickly, Drino, shut that play down. Is it Corey Hall? With Liam Watts lunging forward, with one hand trying to regather that ball. He has the young centre in his face.
Donaldson, that looked high on Donaldson. And
he's lost the ball. Remember, you're coming away from your own try line. You're desperate to win tackle 1, 2 or 3. You want to play it quickly. He goes to put the ball down. He loses possession. And you can just see that little fumble happen in front
I'm
of
not as good
referee,
as a
Liam
clock
Moore.
as you, though.
really busy passage of play there.
I have no idea what that means.
Seems to have gone up a notch in this
Vlogger.
second half,
Vlogger down.
15
What?
minutes in, but
As good as a
try for
vlogger
Leeds
as you.
well
Oh
and truly
man.
back in the game. And
I wouldn't
try
know
for
if I'm a
Castleford, just
vlogger.
takes it away, makes it
Vlog
very
is when
hard
you
for
do,
Ramos to get the 2
you know, you
points.
15 metres away.
you film your daily life, though, isn't
Richardson
it?
has possession. Richardson tries to wrong foot Cameron Smith, and Smith's having none of it. Stands his ground, makes the tackle. Here's McShane. Truman running again.
Couldn't
He
squeeze
is really
through.
testing the Leeds defence, but Pryor was equal to that challenge. Here is Watts now. Watts taking him on. Pops the ball over the top to Niall Evalds. Evalds across the field looking for an opening. Spun to the ground. That's more good defence from Alex Sutcliffe. Bristol
Yeah.
there as well. Down the short side, Jesse Seni-Lafeo.
I'd say YouTuber.
Lovely quick hands. And Darrell Alfords, can he find a way through to the try line? He can't.
The one thing I would,
Great defence.
the one thing I would like to be
Good
better at
hands
though
from
is
Cass, but they
the
just managed to keep him out.
editing.
Defence from the Rhinos, but helter-skelter play from
No.
Castleford as well.
John,
These
I'm a
guys
dog
really,
walker,
really tough
so I'm
carries.
out walking dogs in the morning. I'm a football coach.
They can just
So,
sit something
well,
at the minute.
when we're not in lockdown, I'm coaching children football in the afternoons.
Slight of frame, really.
I've only been a
He really
YouTuber
does
for,
punch
what,
above his
a month
weight,
and a half?
Donaldson. Matt Pryor runs into
But yeah, like I said, I would love to be
four
better at
Castleford
editing.
Tigers defenders who stop his progress.
The editing on my videos, I'm
Leaming. Here is Gale.
just not sure. There's so, like, if you go on Adobe Premiere, there's just so much on there that,
And they've only just made their 20-metre line.
yeah, it
So they're gonna
hurts my
go
head to look
wide
at
here.
sometimes.
Not for long. That's the 5th tackle. And Gale puts himself in position.
Oh
to
yeah,
put
I've
the
noticed
kick
this
in.
Jesse Seni-Lafeo. I did hear him.
They worked hard in defence. There's a nice little passage of play that Jack Broadbent made 10 or 15 metres. But you can see now Cass Tigers put a lot into that defence. A few players in Cass shirts starting to walk. Been a hectic pace. We're nearly into this final quarter now, so crucial and pivotal in most games.
It has been. The pace has been, especially in this second half, has been relentless, hasn't it?
It's gone up a notch, Bill. It certainly has. It's a local derby. We don't expect anything less, do we?
It's a credit to both teams. They both feel like they're still in with a shout of winning this game.
Well, it is a local derby, but it's not really, because it's on the other side of the country. Castleford Tigers.
The commentator.
On the 40
It is
metre
sort of a
line.
local derby,
In
but it's not a local
Leeds,
derby
half
because they're on the
little
other side of the
kick over
country.
And the ball picked up by Jack Broadbent. Still 2 more games to go in this latest Easter round from the Betfred Super League. The Mossy Masoi round, Salford against Hull FC, gets us underway at midday tomorrow on Sky Sports Arena, and then we wrap things up with the Huddersfield Giants against
How
the
much do I
Tasman
charge for
Dragons,
dog walking?
2:15, Sky
I charge
Sports Arena,
£10 per hour.
as
I walk
Castleford
up to
Tigers
5
are
dogs.
penalised.
Sutcliffe it is that's trying to charge that ball forward.
But there's plenty of dog walkers that charge more.
Tyler Heppy is the player that's penalised.
Okay, Luke, come on.
2 defenders in. Obviously, Cas Tigers. I'm going to say it, and I'm going to say it early. I don't like that stripping rule. I don't like it at all.
So that was interesting because we've
holding my words in.
last time we went over to Poland, we saw a dog walking ban.
Cass have obviously been doing some work on it.
Oh, they don't charge a lot over there for dog walking.
To try and find a way around that and try and use that to their advantage. I like to see offloads and promoting the ball. And anyway, it's for another time. Let's enjoy the game.
It is. That's an interesting debate that could be had there about whether it's going to have a detrimental effect in actual fact.
Sometimes
whether it's going to start to become more cautious.
The most common thing I hear, or people say to me when they see me walking a pack of 5 dogs, is, "Oh, you've got your hands full." All the time they say that. But actually, when you walk dogs in a pack, they normally stick together. Most of the time, so it's not as tricky as you think. It's sometimes easier having 5 dogs than only say 1 or 2. Our Leeds back in the game.
At the professional level since May 2018, when he was a Cronulla player. And that
I know I said I couldn't see Leeds getting back into this, but now they've scored.
Terrific try by
Get this
this
kick, and they're only 2 points behind.
Just foxed and fooled the Cas defenders, and Cruz Lehman, who's only just rejoined the action, he gets a little nod from his number 10 on the left side, shapes to go right, isolates 2 defenders, just draws in Dan Smith.
See, at least this is what you want. You want the tight finish. You don't want a big gap because then it's not exciting. You want that tight finish to to get you on the edge of your seat. Oh. James has been very negative towards Castleford. Come on, James, you've been very negative during this stream, mate.
First try then in Leeds Rhinos colours for Matt Pryor. Reece Martin missed with that first conversion attempt. This one should be meat and drink for him. He is on target, and Leeds narrow the deficit to just 2 points.
There'll be a call when Casa defend. There'll be a call on Luke Gale on the final.
As someone that doesn't support, as someone that doesn't support either team, I'm just in it for the spectacle. So a nice close game will be perfect. That was what was exciting about the in the Six Nations. The England-France game was close at the end. That was exciting. The Wales-France game was exciting because obviously that was close at the end. But that's what you want to see. Sometimes running away with it is just not that exciting.
Restart is good and deep, but it's in the hands of Matt Pryor, who's
James, watching your team makes you hate yourself. How do you think I feel as a Southampton fan and Nathan Redmond gets picked? That makes me very cross.
I think dominated territorially.
Question my choices in life.
In this game, but they haven't got the points to show for it, and that's what's frustrated their coach Daryl Powell. They haven't turned that into the goods on the scoreboard. Leeming.
Well, now there's 18 minutes left. Well, 17 and a half minutes left. I'm on 62-32. Can go either way now, can't it? It really can go either way. Ah, mate, the Wales-France game, that was so good. Only problem is I had had a bit to drink. Redmond is not great. Do me a favour, James. Yeah, I think that Wales-France game, the only problem I wasn't concentrating quite as much because I was drinking. But yeah, it was bloody good.
Into the final quarter of this game, leading by 12 points to 10. And just inside the Leeds half as Tyler Heppy plays the ball. Here is Truman. Niall Evalds. Shenton. Well tackled by
Nice read, could go either way now.
Niall Evalds, and here is Truman. Truman, little kick into the corner. Jordan Turner chasing it, but across comes Jack Broadbent, claims that ball well.
Hasn't he done a decent job dealing with all those high kicks? Say no Jack Walker, no Richie Myler, the youngster gets an opportunity.
And Tez, I've been watching him, the kilometres that he's been putting in, the the GPS that the players wear at the back of the shirts. I imagine he's up 8, 9, 10k at the end of this game, with the amount of ground that he's covered.
Here's Luke Briscoe now. Don't forget that this is the Mossy Masoi round, and for more information on the Mossy Masoi Foundation, there is the address. Stuart Pearce, the latest recruit to the cause. And he'll have been pleased to see the Warrington Wolves get their first win of the season impressively.
Good chase again from Leeds. All those little facets of the game that you've got to get right when you're trying to build.
The commentator just made a point of how one of the players has probably done about 10 kilometres, but that's not that much. I do that about that much when I'm refereeing a football match, if I'm trying.
Slow the game down. You see a lot of the players gesturing, look, let's just slow it down. We're in front, let's regain our composure.
Richardson thugs the penalty over the halfway line. And there is, yeah, you're right, there's right. Let's assert our authority here from the Castleford Tigers. The Leeds have had us running around like headless chickens at time. It's time we played the game.
Here's a question for you guys. In rugby union, if a player gets close enough to the post, they will sometimes kick it through the post. In rugby league, are they allowed to kick it through the post just to get some points? If you've got a really good kicker and you're outside the try line and you just want to get over the line, are you allowed to just kick it over through the posts?
Referee was happy with that.
Please do let me know.
First contact was around the chest from Smith.
It looked heavy, didn't it? The head rocked back, but nothing wrong according to the ref.
Cameron Smith on Daniel Smith there. Beg your pardon.
It's only 1 point.
Is Niall Evalds. Evalds wrapped up and he loses possession. And Castleford Tigers squander possession again.
Okay, so possibly I was thinking if it's close then, because I think it's 2 in rugby union, right? So I suppose at this stage, just doing a drop goal isn't necessarily worth it.
Some more punch on for James Donaldson. I don't think it'll be long before we see Mikolaj Oledzki as well.
It's good work from Tyler Heppy and co there in that tackle. Now here's Matt Pryor, who's trying to give the Leeds Rhinos big hope here, and then Cruz Leeming darting right.
So I said in this game, it might not be quite worth it. Maybe if they were drawing, or one team was 1 point behind and they wanted to get the draw.
That's the important part of that kick. A bounce and a good chase again.
Well, I was thinking if one kick team could do it twice, well, that's a draw, I suppose.
Walking back on side, put a lot of energy into the last 15 minutes or so. Milner back on, workhorse. Nathan Massey rejoins his teammates as well, trying to drive it home for this victory.
Jesse Seni-Lafeo plays the ball.
You get the ball back. So if you
Peter Matautia.
So you score, you get the ball back.
Held. 4 tackles gone.
So maybe it would be an idea to kick it if you get the ball back. If you've got someone that can kick it through the posts.
And Massey plays the ball about 35 metres out. Truman again hoists the kick. Castleford looking for an error from one of these rookie 3/4 in Leeds colours, but nothing coming because they have been impressive. Jack Broadbent especially.
He hasn't put a foot wrong. I hope I haven't jinxed him there. He's been absolutely all over this field.
Yeah. So maybe I said as obviously they kick the ball back to you. Maybe it is worth just trying to get it, but would they even think about that? I don't know.
Richard Agart, where to play that man, because you can't leave him out.
Here is Zane Tetivano then. Ooh, and Massey is in trouble. Massey's down on his, briefly down, clutching his wrist. And the Castleford Tigers are a man down at the moment. Here is Corey Hall. Massey is getting back into the defensive line.
Yeah.
He's still holding
Michael, you think it would make more sense?
The kick from Gale.
You would think it would make more sense. But
good kick, but into the arms of Niall Evalds. Had height on it, but the direction was straight towards the fullback.
Well, he's got the the hands have gone up from the physio and doctor saying that Nathan Massey's okay. When he pulled away from that, I thought he would have had to go off again. He's still not moving.
That Castleford player has hurt his wrist, hasn't he?
Tough cookie. He is a tough player, knows what his job is. Happy to take those uncomfortable
Say he's a tough cookie, but
do his bit for the side.
He only missed 2 games last season. Did the 31-year-old. He's another one nearing a landmark, nearing 200 appearances. The set restart hooter sounds again.
That's a poor penalty, that on the 4th tackle as well.
What's a set restart? What was the horn for?
Some more tackles for the Castleford Tigers here. Can they capitalise? Can they see off this Leeds Rhinos challenge and make something of this possession? They're with Truman playing the ball 20 metres out. Here is Milner now. Milner to Liam Watts. Watts flicks the ball out one-handed, did well.
Yeah, what's with the horn? It was a set restart, but I don't know. I don't know what that means.
Dragons tomorrow in the game that brings down the curtain on this weekend when Catalan.
Michael, I don't think I want to watch.
Here is Nathan Massey. Massey is scrambling his way towards
trying to stop his hand going down.
Over it. McShane. Truman's pass to Evalds. Evalds over the top, and Jordan Turner will go.
Oh, Leeds. You might have just buggered it.
Tigers, and the pressure does pay off for Daryl Powell's team eventually.
They were getting so close, and then
last week against Warrington.
Dropped away again.
Gets another try to add to his tally for this season, and eventually Castleford make it tell.
Well, look at the depth on the attacking line. From
okay,
it's a good ball over the top from Evalds to Turner, and you can just sense that when Castleford are down here, you're going to be nervous if you're in a Leeds Rhinos jumper. Tom Briscoe comes in, tries to close the play off, thinking the ball was going to go to Shenton.
Yeah, the problem is if they don't, well, they should score the conversion.
From Jordan Turner.
But if they don't, it then just means that Leeds have got to get the try and conversion, don't they? To even get the draw.
He's happy, the fans are happy. Important kick here now from Danny Richardson.
Fans are loving it.
Over yet. 9 minutes left on this clock. Not at any point of the Rhinos look like they're ready to turn this game in. But 3 perfectly timed passes, accurate passes, and a good finish from Turner.
You're right, and I think patience was the key then for that Castleford Tigers score, wasn't it? Because there was no panic, wasn't it? No, it was just get there.
And when we get there, we'll come up with something.
Surely they've got to score this. It's right in front of the pegs, isn't it?
Danny Richardson.
By the way, I'm on 71-34. He's just getting ready to kick.
I want you to get there.
That's old school.
And then I've no idea.
That's old school coaching for you.
It's better instructions than some.
He's running out. Kick.
Richardson does convert that.
2 points.
Castleford Tigers put a bit of daylight between themselves and the Leeds Rhinos. 18-10 the scoreline. Let's go down to the sidelines. Jenna Brooks.
Just something that I saw there just before that try was scored. Daryl Powell was up out of his seat. He came down to the dugout. He spoke to some of his subs. He then spoke to the trainer. I have no idea what he said, but I will ask him post-match.
Could be interesting. Could have been a crucial.
So at 5 o'clock.
Whatever it was,
I think it's 5 o'clock. I've got a Mike Lowen video with his famous quotes, and some of them are so stupid. But actually, I've heard some stupid comments on here today as well. Like that woman who's the sideline commentator said, "Oh, how the coach has sent down a message, but I don't know what it is. Why have you? So what? Like, cheers for telling us that. Like, such a stupid, pointless comment." I am on 72-35, 36, 37, 38.
But the Castleford Tigers have come up with the class with that try. Jordan Turner got his first try double since 2015 last weekend. And he's on the scoreboard again. That's brave from Brad Dwyer to stop Milner, and Dwyer felt that, but the ball comes up for Leeds.
They get possession back, Leeds Rhinos. just going back to Darryl Powell, that's the strength of Darryl Powell as a coach. He knows his player. No doubt he spoke to those blokes on the bench and said, hey, we might need
Don't
you
spoil
at
it,
some point
Cypher.
here.
Don't spoil
Stay
it.
focused, get ready to go back on.
I'm on 73.
That's a high
73, 30, 31, 32, 33.
Castleford Tigers deep into their own half.
One-on-one, the back rower against Danny Richardson in his first game of 2021. He goes up high, the footwork beats him. Penalty, field position, possession.
Can Leeds capitalise on that? Liam Sutcliffe. They come to this side. It's with Corey Hall, and Hall slithering towards
Leeds
the
just cannot get
sidelines,
past.
stays in the field
They
of
just
play.
cannot break through that last 10 yards,
Gets
can
the
they?
pass away to Reece Martin. Martin.
They just cannot break through.
Good defence from the Castleford Tigers. Nathan Massey doesn't appear to be any the worse for that bang on his arm, because he was involved in the tackle and the charging run from I think it's Zane Tetivano.
To be fair, Castleford have done a very good job defensively.
Dwyer gets the pass away. Gale, they go out wide. This time it reaches Luke Briscoe. Briscoe
They just cannot get through.
pressed his way
They're
through.
about
Jesse
3, 4,
makes the
5
tackle.
yards out. Cannot break through
Alex
that try line.
Scoops the ball away to Gale.
Castleford are
To
literally
Cameron Smith.
matching Leeds
Smith, a bit
every
hesitancy,
run.
then gets the pass on. Liam Sutcliffe bats it onto Broadbent, but they've lost territory here, and they've allowed the Castleford Tigers to reform their defensive line, and there's a wall of black and gold shirted Castleford Tigers.
I think,
players there.
yeah, this is proven. You know,
To
this
stop
is
their
definitely
progress.
proven that in
Here's
this
Gale.
match.
So Gale goes to the air. Luke Briscoe will challenge for it, but it's well claimed by Darrell Alfords.
Well, it's about pressure though. He jumps in the field of play. Alfords, nice kick, drops the ball exactly where he wants it. Luke Gale.
The coach Richard Agar talked about how we hand the ball over. What are we doing on the last time?
Oh, and about me, have I ever visited Castleford? Considering just now I said I don't have a clue where Castleford is, I'm going to say no.
Brilliant kick to apply pressure, repeat set, repeat possession, and this is the game here. 4 and a bit minutes left. They've got to score on this set.
And Danny Richardson just trying to wrong foot Leeds, hurrying to take that, and here's Matt Pryor. Pryor winds up for a charge. Oh, look at the reception committee. Ollie Holmes and
Meaty,
Adam Milner sat him on
meaty.
his backside.
Great
Zane
defence.
Tetivano.
Great defence. That's how you start your set
It's
off
quaint,
defensively.
it's quaint.
They shall not pass.
Okay.
That's the message from the Tigers defenders there. But they've got some more
I suppose at the moment we've got to have
Leeds
staycations, don't they? So we've got to stay in our own country. Maybe a holiday up to Castleford.
Reece Martin, here's Cameron Smith. Smith to Zane Tetivano. It was forward, and that could be the game. A rueful grimace from the Leeds Rhinos coach.
Well, stand up tall, cast defence. They set the precedent for that set when they tackled Matt Pryor, picked him up and slammed him on his back. All right, it's a forward pass. All right, Cameron Smith had to force the issue. But the resilience of Cast Tigers there. It's been a hard-fought win. If it is a win, it's been a hard-fought win for Cass. I suspect when they look down
Yeah,
that
maybe
team
as a
sheet,
soft
they thought they might
southerner,
have thought
then
they would be
it's probably
further
best not to go
than they
too
are.
far north.
And then Leeds, desperate to get the ball back, concede the penalty.
Well, Brad Dwyer, he thought that this was play on. He thought that he could legally strip that. Zane Tetivano pulled out the tackle, but the referee had already called held. That's what he said to the hooker.
I think it's a grey area.
I don't like it, but it's in. They'll get better at it.
Well, Casa, not a bad bunch of pickpockets by the look of things.
Why did
So their effort,
Castleford just kick the ball out into touch?
Some light
and then
members
took the
of
throw?
side have managed to relieve Leeds of the ball on a few occasions.
Surely because they kicked it out of touch, it should be the other team's ball.
And here is Massey. So the Castleford Tigers look like heading back home with the points for their second win of the season. And Darryl Powell be hoping that they can build on that. They did start last season well, but of course then their season tailed off, ending with 6 defeats in the last 7 games. They were flying high before lockdown, and then come the the return, their season came apart. Here's Brad Dwyer. Oh, what Leeds fans would give from more heroics from him on a par with that late drop goal to give the game.
This is game over, isn't it? This is game over for Leeds. They ain't winning this.
Although they do get the penalty.
Well, good strip from Cameron Smith. He was the man who passed the ball forward to Zain Tetefano just under the sticks. He redeems himself. He gets the ball back. Luke Gale with some distance and just beats Jake Truman, who tries to tap the ball back in the field of play.
A minute and a half left.
And they're going to go for a big shift to the left.
It's going to have to be a dramatic finale now.
There's just no space. Literally, there is no space for Leeds to get through. Castleford are so tight.
To deny the Rhinos. Here is Matt Pryor. Pryor, socks around his ankles. The sun's still bearing down on the ground.
He's not going to get away from Oliver Holmes as he's tackled everything above the ground this afternoon.
Gale's pass. Jack Broadbent throwing himself into the attack there. Nothing doing. Dwyer trying to snatch something of the death here, but he can't get there. And Castleford Tigers just hold him up as well. Gale's pass. Cameron Smith. They come to this side. That's good work. Great work from Jordan Turner, and Leeds have lost territory. That's the 5th tackle. And the chance has gone.
Game over. Game over. Leeds are not winning this, are they?
Seconds. And Gale, well, he'll hit and hope that one high into the sky. And Castleford Tigers have just run the clock down now.
Good defence from Cass on the line. They knew that they were going to be under some pressure because Leeds had nothing to lose in that set of 6. But they got up, they pressured him, they stayed focused, the smile has finally come out.
That's a happy coach, that. He knows his side have had to roll their sleeves up. They've had to work hard and match it with a young and enthusiastic Rhino side.
Wow.
I think he gets
there we have it.
criticised for not showing.
There we have it. Wow.
Smiling, not showing enough emotion, but he'd be thrilled to bits.
Castleford played well there, didn't they?
The resilience
and
the steel that Cass.
As someone that doesn't know much about rugby league, even I can say Castleford's defence was very good. There was just no space for Leeds to get through, was there? Well, thanks for joining me, everyone. I appreciate it. It's not the biggest turnout. It's rugby league obviously doesn't have as big a following, obviously. But yeah, I'm glad you all came along and shared the chat room with me. I need to visit, man. I need to visit. Really pushing this, aren't you, James? Oh no, that's Peter. Sorry, Peter. Next weekend. What's next weekend? What's the Challenge Cup? Is it League or Union? League or Union? League. I'll see what I can do. I'll do some research for next weekend. Anyway, I'm going to leave it there. I am here again tomorrow. Everyone should be able to get a stream because it's BBC. If you're from America like Michael, get a VPN. Stick a VPN on and use BBC iPlayer. England women versus Scotland women in the Six Nations first round. Yeah, I will see you there, guys. Thanks for the conversation. Thanks for the chat. I'll see you next time, guys.